So in the previous class, I started with this lesson, a new chapter, ethics
Yeah.
in daily. It talks about the ethics and values that a person holds. What are ethics? What are values? Why are they important? And all of it. Okay. With Amaze, I covered the meaning of values, ethics, need
Mm-hmm.
and importance of ethics, what are the rights and responsibilities of an individual, caring and respecting others, respect, and dignity of labor. Dignity of labor means that we should respect all jobs equally, that all
Mm-hmm.
jobs are equal, and nobody is superior or inferior.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we will start from here today. Tolerance, empathy, and positive attitude. You must have known some people who may have excellent technical skills but find it difficult to get along with their teammates and the staff. They may face troubles in handling situations and problems of daily life in a positive and constructive way. Apparently, they lack important skills like effective communication, problem solving, coping with stress and emotions, maintaining interpersonal relationships, or even empathy for teammates and staff. Now, this tells that some people are very skilled at their work, but they find it hard to work with other people, like the teammates, or they
Yeah.
find it hard with like to get along with their colleagues or teammates and the staff because they lack some important skills such as effective communication, problem solving, coping with stress and emotions, maintaining interpersonal relationships, or empathy. All these and many more such skills are referred to as life skills. In the previous lessons, also we saw these are life skills. Life
Yeah.
skills are the abilities for adaptive and positive behavior that enable individuals to deal effectively with the demands and challenges of everyday life. This is the definition that you have to do. Okay.
Okay.
The abilities for adaptive and positive behavior. What does it mean by adaptive? Adaptive means that a person is flexible in approach. Adaptive means that you can change yourself according to the surrounding in such a way that you get comfortable in the environment. Okay, that you like adjust according to the surrounding, adjust according to the environment in a way that you are comfortable in that environment. That is known as being adaptive. Okay. For example, um, you can say that very simple example we will take. Okay. You you shift, your classes shift from
Mm.
Zoom to uh, Teams, Microsoft Teams. Okay.
Yeah.
Your classes shift to from Zoom to the Teams app. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
the Teams platform. Now, if you're adaptive, you will learn quickly to how to open the teams, how to join on teams, how to
Yeah.
connect teams. If you're not adaptive, you will not easily be able to shift from Zoom to Teams app because you're not adaptive. Okay,
Yeah.
you'll find it very hard. Okay, it'll be very difficult for you. You'll feel frustrated, how to do it, how to do this, how to do that. So that is adaptability when you can when you can adjust in a different setting comfortably. Okay, so adaptive behavior and positive behavior, which helps individuals to deal effectively with the demands and challenges of everyday life. Everyday life brings a lot of demands from demands in the family, demands in the workplace, challenges sometimes in the family, sometimes outside our workplace and friends. So it helps too when you're adaptive and have a positive behavior, helps you to deal effectively in all these things.
Okay.
Now, adaptive means a person is flexible in approach and is able to adjust in different circumstances. Well, a positive behavior implies that a person is forward looking and can find a ray of hope and opportunities to find solutions even in difficult situations. When you're having difficult situations at work or maybe at home or at different places, different areas,
Mm-hmm.
even then you find a ray of hope and even there you find and make opportunities. So
Yeah.
that is a positive behavior. Okay, any doubt till now?
No.
No. Now, a farmer had some puppies which he wanted to sell. So he put up an advertisement. A little boy wanted to buy one of the puppies. The puppies were very expensive, and the boy did not have enough money. Searching his pocket, he pulled out rupees 10 and asked the farmer if it was enough to take a look at the puppies. The farmer agreed. Boy was delighted to see them. Suddenly, he noticed that one of the puppies was walking in an awkward manner. I want that one, the little boy said. The farmer informed that the puppy will never be able to run and play with him since it had a limp. Limp can be a deformity in the legs due to which the puppy was not able to walk properly. Okay, and he also was not able to run and play around like other puppies. The boy wanted that one only. So the farmer was telling him that he'll not be able to run and play with you because he has a limp in his leg. The boy paused for a while, insisted on buying that particular pup only. It was because those who are not able to run and play have less friends, and he did not want that puppy to be lonely. Farmer was so moved by the empathetic gesture of that little boy that he handed over that puppy to him. Okay, now this is a beautiful story, and he wanted that puppy because he thought that those who are not able to run and play have less friends.
Yeah.
Okay, and he didn't want the pup to be lonely, so he took that pup only. Now,
Okay.
this is an empathetic gesture, means understanding the pain of others. Empathy is understanding, the ability to understand the pain of other people, the pain of others. That is empathy. The world is full of people who need someone to understand them. How good it would be if we start empathizing with people around us. Empathy is the capacity to recognize and share the feelings that are being experienced by others. Like you recognize what other people are feeling and you share their pain or you share their feelings. Okay, that is known as empathy. Tolerance is another skill which helps us live peacefully in the society. Okay, now what is tolerance? Tolerance is the ability to accept opinions and practices which are different from your own. Okay, means that if somebody is practicing something, doing something which is different from what you do or what you practice or what you believe in, okay, bearing with that or accepting that, okay, means not being mean to them because of that. That is known as tolerance. Okay, we can easily think of people who are intolerant and cause a lot of pain to others. Living in a society requires us to be tolerant towards the differences that exist among us. However, it does not mean that we should become indifferent to injustice and corruption or to accept evil around us. Now, we have to learn to be tolerant or to be tolerant towards the differences that exist among us. Okay? To be tolerant towards the differences that exist among us means that um, if you can say that if when I teach a batch, sometimes I'm teaching a batch, some students are like fast in answering and writing. Some students have a little less speed compared to the others in answering also and writing also. Now, what I have to do is to stay patient. Okay, I cannot move ahead if some of them have written and the others have not. Okay, but I have to be patient and tolerant for all of them to complete it and then we move ahead. Okay,
Yeah.
so that is tolerance. Now, same way, we have like differences in the society. Okay, people around us. Tolerance is accepting
Yeah.
those differences. Okay, but it does not mean that we should become indifferent to injustice and corruption. Means that
Mhm.
it does not mean we have to accept when injustice is taking place, when corruption is taking place, or the evil around us. In
Yeah.
fact, tolerance of the wrong things is a great evil. If somebody is harassing you, okay, or somebody is being very mean to you, bullying you, and you are bearing it quietly, you're not telling anybody, you're just
Yeah.
bearing it silently, that is
Mhm.
not a good thing, okay?
Mhm. Yeah.
S- Tolerance of evil or bearing silently is not a good thing.
Yeah.
But to share it with somebody trusted, a trusted adult, okay, somebody in the family, is very important. Now, another attribute along with empathy and tolerance necessary for living is positive attitude. Okay. Besides empathy, tolerance, one more thing that is necessary is having a positive attitude.
Yeah.
Positive attitude leads to positive events in your life. Once, Mrs. Gill, an old and frail lady, entered the restaurant and was greeted with lots of love and affection by the owner. Another customer, looking at this, could not resist himself asking the owner about her. The owner explained that during school, his class was the naughtiest one of the school has ever witnessed. Mrs. Gill, the science teacher, was the new class teacher. The class did everything they could to give her a hard time, but she never lost her temper, no matter what they did. At the end of the first month, she brought a bunch of papers in her hand to the class. Everybody feared the worst, a test, but no, it was something that surprised everyone. She called them one by one and gave them a paper each. Each paper had at least one good characteristic of the student in question. No teacher had ever done such a thing for them before. From then on, Mrs. Gill did this every month, emphasizing on their strengths and good work. Okay, now this was a story. This is a story where an old and frail lady entered a restaurant. Okay,
Mhm.
old and frail means that weak-looking lady entered a restaurant, and the owner greeted her with a lot of love and affection. Okay, so customer was looking at her with interest, and the customer couldn't stop himself from asking the owner that who is this lady? Okay. Now the owner explained that during during school years, his class was the naughtiest one the school has ever witnessed. Means the owner tell her that I think it was this owner was also the owner of the school. Okay.
Mhm.
And this old lady worked at his school. And the class was very naughty, like naughtiest class. And when she started working in the class, she the class gave her a hard time. Means that they used to like our class gives a hard time. They don't listen to the teacher. They like they make a lot of noises. They play around. They don't listen to the teacher. So they gave her a hard time, but she
Okay.
never lost her temper. Means she never shouted at them angrily. But the first month, when the first month was over, she brought papers, like a bundle of papers in her hand. So everybody thought ma'am will take a test today, but no. On the paper, she gave it to called all the students name by name and gave it to them. On that paper was written one good quality about each of them.
Mm.
About each student, one good quality was written. So, and then all the students were like, nobody expected it, and no teacher had ever done this thing for the students.
Mm.
Okay, now
Yeah.
she did this every month. Then she started doing it every month and focused on their strengths and good work, emphasizing on their strengths and good work of the students. The restaurant owner said that, okay, the owner was actually a class bully. Okay, not the
Yeah.
this oh, school owner, but he was actually a class bully in that class and could not think of anyone who would ever see something good in him. But by commenting on his courage and strength in settling arguments, like the teacher, this old lady, the ma'am, commented that he had courage and strength in settling arguments. She gave him an opportunity to use his strength positively. This
Yeah.
is how Mrs. Gill molded a bunch of misfits. Misfits means uh, the like you can say here misfit means that the students who were not like a good fit in the class, okay,
Mm.
like the notorious mischievous students, misfits, into great achievers because now they believed in themselves. These
Yeah.
students went on to fulfill their dreams instead of ruining their life with fights, alcohol, and drugs. They developed a positive attitude towards life, the students.
Mm.
Now, this was a story about positive attitude.
Yeah.
Positive attitude helps to cope with the day-to-day life. It brings optimism and makes it easier to avoid negative thinking and worries. It also helps to develop and maintain healthy interpersonal relationships. Empathy, tolerance, and a positive attitude are also essential in understanding the requirements of people with special needs around us. Okay, people with special needs means that people who have some disability, okay, some mental or physical disability. This
Mm-hmm.
could be people with physical or mental disability, hearing or visual impairment. Okay, now when we have empathy, tolerance, and a positive attitude, we can understand the needs of these people also. We will be able to understand the needs of these people also. Okay, if we have empathy, we can see their pain, feel it, and understand it. Tolerance is being patient with them, and positive attitude. We can also give them hope by having a positive attitude. Even senior citizens deserve our love and care. Now think of how you can help and or work with them, how you can help them or how you can work with them.
Yeah.
Now, do you think it was right for the farmer to take rupees 10 from the little boy just for looking at the puppies?
Um, I guess yeah.
You guess yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What according to you must the little boy had felt when he came to know that the puppy was suffering from a physical defect in his limbs?
Um, guess like they said, empathy towards the puppy because he was quite set aside from all the other puppies around. So I feel he would feel empathy, care for the puppy.
Yes, he felt empathy for the puppy. He thought that he must be lonely because he cannot play around or walk.
Mm.
He must be lonely. Now, do you think that it was brave of the little boy to accept the pup with such a defect?
Yeah. I think a lot of people would not take that puppy and take a healthy one. So yeah, it was brave.
Yes, true. Now, state if you agree or disagree with the following statements. Give reasons for your answer. We can care for others as long as we are happy and contented.
Agree.
Agree. Okay. Only tolerance and aggression can give us what we want. Intolerance and aggression can give us what we want.
Disagree.
Okay. Now, why do you disagree?
Because I guess giving that side of like feeling towards, I don't know, whatever we want, it it's not right at all. Sometimes we need to have a little, mm, I don't know the word for it. Be kind.
Tolerance and
Mm,
patience.
patience, yeah.
Yes, true. Education and good upbringing promotes values.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Children from poor families cannot have values.
disagree.
Why?
They can have. There's nothing that stops them from having it.
Hmm. Yes, showing tolerance and empathy are the keys for leading a peaceful life.
Mm, yeah, to an
Yeah,
extent.
okay, yes. Now, in text questions. Okay, we finished with the lesson already.
No,
Hmm. Okay, this is good. Okay, and this is your homework. Okay,
okay,
from your personal code of conduct. I will do it with you tomorrow. Okay,
okay,
from here and the terminal exercises. Monday we will do this. We'll finish it.
all
Okay.
right, okay.
Okay. Then see you on Monday. Have a good weekend. Bye.
Yes, you too. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.